right, moving on then. And Sharmila, coming to you for the first query. Good morning to you. And this query is coming from Sukumar from Chennai. He's holding 1,000 shares of Campus Activewear from a price of 295 rupees. And when we see that the markets are at all-time high, even the broader markets are doing so well, Sukumar is facing some loss, and that is indeed making him anxious. What to do in Campus Activewear? Continue to hold on?
I would think so. This stock has not had like the best sort of innings in the stock market. It's a fairly recent listing, I think 2 3 years old, and if you see it from the price it listed, uh, then I think you're still much lower than that level. And there was an accident in terms that the numbers in between that they reported weren't good. But I think slowly things are getting back on track, and more importantly, if you look at their segment, which is affordable sort of athletic shoes and that kind of athleisure as it's called now. That segment I think is promising, and they are in a more sort of an affordable range within that space. So on the one hand you have the brands, and then you have shoes that they make, which are at a much more affordable entry point and a good quality product. So I think that he should stay put because the stock seems to be recovering from some bad quarters, and I think now things might look better.
All right, this one is coming from Ursita, who's writing to us from Mumbai, and she wants to know if it's good time to buy Sri Renuka Sugars as well as Varun Beverages for a short-term investment. What sort of a stop loss should she keep for both of these counters for the shorter term, Kunal, as well as any other counters that you think in that particular space looks good, sugar, or even for the matter of fact, the space that Varun Beverages is in right now?
So sugar I would suggest and avoid because and specifically Renuka sugar could be one of the high beta stocks within high beta pocket and which is underperforming right now as a sector. So I believe it doesn't make sense as a trade because you are looking to try and encash on the bigger part of the trend even from a short term play. So that's where I would believe performing stocks as well as performing sectors is where you should concentrate on. I think in that sense I would probably recommend OMC stocks even at current levels. Of course, not in the same sectors, but I think as a play, I think many of the likes of BPCL, HPCL, IOC, I think these stocks could probably see a potential much more decent upside over the near to medium term. So you can probably concentrate over there. And even for the likes of Varun Beverages, I think the good part about the chart is that it's come back towards the support end. I think 1400, 1450 is a short-term support for Varun Beverages, but nothing exciting in terms of charts, in terms of momentum. So I would probably suggest a skip over there.
All right, and Kunal, the next query is coming in from Manish specifically for you, and he says that he's holding 1,000 shares of Devyani International. His buy price is 190 rupees. Should he hold or exit? Time horizon is not an issue for him.
See, you can continue to hold on, but I would suggest, if possible, if you're looking to add, then I would believe that from the same space, Vector Foods is something which I would recommend. I think the stock is trading at 1150, 1200 mark or thereabouts. I believe that's a much more better name in terms of the chart structure when you look at this over the last 3 months, 6 months, 1 to 2 years also. And I believe that potential returns over here from a medium term play could be much more higher. So maybe gradually you can make that shift from Devyani towards Vector Foods. But if you have additional capital as of now, I would suggest to start adding Vector Foods at current levels.
Okay, this next query is coming from V. Murli. This one is for you actually, Sharmila, and he wants to know about Gulf Oil Lubricants, Senco Gold, or even for the matter of fact, Safari Industries. These counters are actually under pressure in today's trading session. So he wants to know, does it make sense to actually use this opportunity to enter these counters today?
Well, I think from a longer term perspective, you can look at it because the valuation is a little high, but overall the way the numbers are and the businesses, I think that stacks up well. So if he's a longer term investor, sure he can consider. Safari, I think I'm a little bit more positive on because I think the way this stock has delivered over the last couple of years, and again the segment that they are in, which is the luggage segment. There are two listed plays, Safari as well as VIP, and the way Safari has grown its business, the way it has captured the market share, etc., bodes well, I think, going forward. Their numbers, I think, were a bit were okay, and I think even from a valuation perspective, it looks fine. So Safari again from a long-term perspective, I'm okay with. Senco, I'm afraid I have never tracked, so I'd rather not comment.
All right, so that's the take coming in on Safari. But with this, viewers, let's slip into a very short break in this edition of Buy Now, Sell Now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.